Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Padmavati Tungaturti from TeachConnect. It's time that class 10 students write the grade 10 examinations for the boards of CBSE. The prior important activity before writing the examination is to analyze the question paper and prepare for the examination as per the instructions of CBSE. The sample question papers have been released, and now students are supposed to prepare with the recent changes in mind. Let me first share the screen, and I will today try to analyze science question paper for class 10. Let me share the screen. I will be able to share physics and chemistry segments analysis. I will not be able to share biology as that is not my forte. Let me just check and let you know. Hope my screen is visible. The general instructions for this are very important because students have to understand that Science 086 is the question paper, code for the question paper. The time allowed is 3 hours, so there is nothing to worry about the timing, and maximum marks is 80 for botany, zoology, physics, and chemistry. But today's analysis is only for Section A, Science for class 10, of which this is specifically for physics and chemistry. All questions would be compulsory. Here, an internal choice is there. For example, all the questions would be compulsory. Internal choice is always there for 33% of the question. 50% of the marks are allotted for competency-based question. In my previous video, there is a segment or a video about competency-based question. Then, section A would be 16 simple, complex, multiple choice questions with 4 assertion reasoning type. This is the segment for this video today. Section B, C, and D and E, we will be doing in video 2. Section A, question 1 to 16 are multiple choice questions, of which let us see how the question is framed first, and with that, how to write the answer for this question. The first one is identify PQR in the following balanced reaction. This is a stoichiometric equation. That means we got to write down the balancing of the chemical equation. In this, very importantly, the student must observe if there is a heat component written over here. Let me annotate it for you all. In the first question, is there a heat component here or not? If there is no heat component, students should understand that there would be no reaction. That is the catch over here. When once there is heat, then only the reaction occurs and the student can balance the equation. Of course, you can balance this equation with this, and I will also show you the answer key is also there for this. This is the answer key. Answer key is there, but how have we achieved or arrived at the answer key? That's very important. Then this is 2 to 4, that is question number segment A. The answer out of 4 options is A. The other 3 are disruptors. That means the answers are not wrong, but where is the number to be written? Whether it is, should it be written at P or Q or R? This is P, Q and R, they are in respective places. That's how very keenly student is supposed to write this answer. Match column 1 with column 2 and select the correct option using the given code. This is what is written. Here we can see once again, let me annotate it for you. Match the column 1 and column 2. A metal that forms amphoteric oxide. This is, students will be knowing by now that it is aluminium which is forming an amphoteric oxide. A metal which melts when kept in our palm. That means the melting point of this metal is very low. We all know that as we go down in the group, we see that the metals have low melting point. Then it should be gallium. The third one, a metal that reacts with nitric acid. That is manganese. This is simple textual understanding question. A metal which cannot displace hydrogen from acids is gold. This is how we can write down the answer for the second question. The first one, A is 3. That means we have, when A is 3, we can see when A is 3, that means it should be either B or either D. Then we go to the second one. A metal which melts when kept on our palm is gallium. That is 1. Out of this, see here it is written that this is 1. Therefore, the rest all will follow. That's how you have this choice B as your answer. Now we can see that the solution in the given figure is likely to be, see, there is a bulb which does not glow. This is very important. This question has observation skills also to be considered. This question considers observation skill because it is written here that the bulb does not glow. When the bulb does not glow, means this electrolyte does not form ions. Obviously, that is ethyl alcohol, which does not form any ions over here. Because if it forms an ions here in the solution, then obviously the bulb would glow. Like for visually impaired students, this question is there. Which one is considered as the strongest electrolyte? You have dilute acid, which is strongest electrolyte because dilute sugar is a complex. Glucose solution is a complex one, and ethanol in water. Then definitely question number 4. An aqueous solution A turns the phenolphthalein solution in pink. Question number 4. An aqueous solution A turns the phenolphthalein solution in pink. What is that which turns phenolphthalein solution in pink? Acids turn blue litmus red. A has a pH greater than 7 and it neutralizes when the pink color disappears. That means B has a pH less than 7. Next, 50 grams of lead powder is added to 300 ml of blue copper sulfate solution after a few hours. Look at the word few hours over here. It is given that this is few hours. If it is few hours, that means that this is a slow reaction. In this slow reaction, copper lost its original color, copper sulfate blue color, and it became colorless. That means there is a reaction occurring. The lead will displace copper from copper sulfate. That's why it is displacement reaction. The electronic configuration of 3 elements X, Y, Z. X is 2, 8, 7. Y is 2, 8, 2. And Z is 2, 8. We know that X287 is a non-metal. Y282 is a metal. Z28 is a noble metal. Then C is the answer. This is just a remembering and an understanding question. We are applying a little knowledge over here, but basically this is a remembering and understanding question. X is a non-metal and Y is a metal. Which of the following is an endothermic reaction? Here the question is all about asking what is an endothermic reaction. Then it comes to application of endothermic reaction in burning of candle, cooking of food, decomposition of vegetable matter, and reaction of sodium in air. Endothermic, the reaction takes up energy. That's why it is endothermic. Cooking of food takes up energy. Now this is the answer over here. Cooking of food takes up energy. Then question number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 are biology question. Question number 13. In following cases, a ray is incident on a concave mirror. We all know that it is a concave mirror. It is polished on the outside and there is reflection occurring. But the angles of reflection is not the same as a plane mirror. The angle of incidence is equal to 0. The angle of incidence is equal to 0. A ray parallel to the principal axis, the angle of incidence is not 0. The ray passing through center of curvature, the angle of incidence will be 0. Does the student know that any ray passing through the center of curvature, the angle of incidence is 0? This is the application statement. We are analyzing this for concave mirror, convex mirror, plane mirror. The student has to bifurcate these mirrors and come back to a concave mirror. That's why it is an analyzing question. And the answer is a ray passing through the center of curvature and incident obliquely. Question number 14. This question we've been seeing this glass prism right from grade 6, if I remember correctly. Then we have that the most bent light is the violet light and the least bent light is red light. We are trying to recall the same picture which is printed in the textbook. This is a remember and understanding question. This does not require much of intelligence over here. Anyone who has memory can answer this question. You have A and B. B is violet color and A is red color. Therefore, C is the right answer. Then in this question number 15, 16 are biology question. Question number 17, here students have to understand that if both assertion statement and reasoning statements are true and R is a correct explanation of A, both A and R are true, then you have to mark A as the option. If R is not the correct explanation of A, then B is the answer. If A is true but R is false, then C is the option. A is false but R is true, then D is the answer. Therefore, the student has to understand the permutations and combinations of A being right and R being right. Then try to match up with the content and then give the answer. Now, in this you have assertion A. On adding dilute HCl to a test tube containing a substance X, colorless gas is produced. Obviously, we know that HCl, when any metal is added, HCl, out of this HCl, hydrogen gas comes out of it. It pops. And how to identify hydrogen gas? The gas burns. A burning matchstick which is brought near it is put off with a pop sound. In this reaction, metal X is displaced by hydrogen. This is wrong, isn't it? The metal X is not displaced by hydrogen. Hydrogen is displacing this. Hydrogen is displaced here. Hydrogen is displaced here. Therefore, A is true, but the reasoning is wrong. R is not the correct explanation of A. R is not the correct explanation of A. Now in this question number 18, generally the number of chromosomes in a cell, that question is biology question. Question number 19, a convex mirror always forms an image behind it and the image formed is virtual. Yes, it is true that a convex mirror always forms an image behind it. According to the Sun convention, the focal length of a convex mirror is positive. Both are true. A and R are true. Both are true. A and R are true. Question number 19. A convex mirror always forms an image behind it and the image formed is virtual. That is right. The reasoning is, according to the Sun convention, the focal length of a convex mirror is positive. This is also true. But for A, R is not the reasoning. That's why when assertion A is true, R is true, and R is not the correct explanation, you get a point B over here. The option is B. And question number 20 is a biology question. Therefore, we have covered the questions from 1 to 20. And in those questions, only physics and chemistry. This way, the teacher, the science teacher, should help the student to analyze the question, decode it very carefully, ask them to apply the knowledge. The create questions are very few, and maybe they might appear in section B. But here, until applying and analyze questions only will be appearing. And mostly the evaluation and creating questions will be there in section B, wherein the student has to justify the evaluation and creation. Try to analyze section B also and wait for my next video on section B for science sample question paper analysis for the year 2024 and 25. All the best, dear student. Take care. Go through this video as many times as possible, because for you, you must clearly know that the analysis of a question will lead to the right answer rather than simply memorizing the content. Thank you.